Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my peers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I originally recorded this, then I had to delete it. So we're redoing this right now. My guy just intervened like last minute and changed everything. So what we're going to do in this particular video, we are going to be discussing the pathway forward for the United States, and then the possibility of a President Vance and the possibility of a President Harris. So that is what today's video is going to cover. We'll see how we do today and what you guys get and see maybe you agree or disagree. You guys can let me know all about that in the comment section below. You can like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. The more you engage with the content or the longer you watch this video, the more you not only be shown my video, but also other tarot card readers as well, along with other astrologers. So the more you engage with the content in some form of normality, you will be able to be shown more content. So definitely engage. Watch the video for longer. It helps not only me, but also helps you and your algorithm. But anyway, if you want to reach out to me, I do have a Blue Sky account and a Facebook group, which you can follow in the description below. I will be notifying you when I post up personally. Plus, you will have a direct line to interact with me directly and more closely. So you can ask me any questions you have. And if you are interested and you do have dreams or visions and you want to share that regarding the political aspect or other areas of your life, and you feel like that might be more of a significant for the collective, you can always ask me, and I'm more than happy to give you one of my emails, and you can be able to use that email and just send me your visions or dreams, and we could talk there. But without further ado, though, we are going to begin. This video is being recorded on Tuesday, January 7th at 12:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yes, I am recording this in the afternoon or once in a blue moon, but I'm here today recording the video, so I'm so glad to be doing that for you guys. We do have this tarot card tarot card book, and lately I've been feeling like my I've been having tarot block, and I needed some sort of spread to help break up that blockage. So I've been feeling very drawn to this book. So we're going to use this if I need it, but to help break up the tarot block, and hopefully I'm able to read clearly for you guys. So anyway, let's begin. This video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only. Thank you for those of you guys who are engaging with the content in some formality. I appreciate you, I love you, and I see you. All right, let's begin. All right, so let's go and take a look. Spirits and angels, tell me, what number do we need to know and be able to read what tarot card spread are we using today in regards to the United States path? What's going to happen in the United States within the next 2 years? What are the key themes or elements that we can expect? Give me a number. They give me 102. Let's see what 102 is. What are the themes coming in the United States? 102. Okay. Okay. So here, number 1 or 2, it says when you or your partner find it hard to express your feelings or trust. So there's a lack of trust or feelings for the presidency at this point in time, or for the United States in general. There's a lack of trust here. It could be with allies, it could be with NATO, it could be with the people, the American people, the economy, whatever it is, there's a lack of trust here with the United States coming in 2025 into 2026. If you want more open communication or trust between you, so that is the whole purpose of that spread. Card number 1 is the relationship strong between you or other underlying trust issues. Card number 2, are there any unresolved problems from childhood or previous hurt that can make it hard for you or your partner to openly show love? Card number 3, are there any other ways you can show love? Card number 4, can you accept the situation if it doesn't improve? Card number 5, what strategy can you adopt to open communication? Okay? When a Wednesday, day of clear communication. Unfortunately, it's not today's Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. They're going to have to stuck it up. There's a Wednesday somewhere. Maybe if you're in Australia, I'm sure it's a Wednesday by now. So theoretically, it's a Wednesday. So, spirits and angels tell me this video is just for entertainment and for life purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. So for the tarot card spread that you mentioned for 102 regarding the United States and what to expect over the next 2 years and this path forward for the United States, you gave me when you or your partner find it hard to express your feelings or trust for the United States. Can you further explain that by giving me 5 cards exactly? Well, actually, yeah. Give me, I guess, 5 cards, yeah. Okay. What is this one? It just, like, tell me this is number 1. Okay, give me a card number 2. Oh, perfect. There's just 2 cards. So the card number 2 for both of these. Okay, card 3. Can I take this one? They told me to take the bottom one. I am clairaudient for those of you guys who are new here. Okay, and what about the 4th card? They told me to take it from the top. Take it from the top. I don't know what song that is, but I feel like I'm very boppy right now. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards. I'm going to tell you the pattern in which we're reading this. Kind of see the light flickering. Been flickering ever since my other video just recorded. And yeah, I talked about January 19th, and all of a sudden it starts flickering constantly, and it won't stop. Okay, anyway, we have card 1, card 2, card 2, card 3, card 4. I'm saying there's a card 5. I don't know what card 5 is, but I guess we'll pull another card. Alright, so let's go and take a look. So what does card number 1 mean? So card number 1 is the relationship strong between you or the underlying trust issue. The card that shows up for this is the card 9 of Swords reversed. So it feels like to me that there is underlying issue of people not understanding that they are being betrayed, but this has to do with gaslighting. So I feel like in some way that even though this is a negative card when it's upright, because it's reversed, it normally means that it's not a negative card and that people are sleeping very soundly, but I feel like they're being fed misinformation where they can sleep peacefully, but the information that they're receiving is not accurate. And it's giving us false illusion, a false illusionment in some way. That is what this card is here. So it feels like in one way they're giving you a false reality or a false sense of security in some way. So is the relationship, to answer the question, is the relationship strong between you or the underlying trust issue? There's underlying trust issues regarding false security. Now, what is the card number 2? Card number 2, are there any unresolved problems from childhood or previous hurt that can make it hard for you or your partner to openly show love? We have the presidency. This is the presidency card. This is the incumbent. When it's reversed, it means that the incumbent is out of power. Now, that could be very literal. It could be Trump is out of power by this point in time. It could be that. Let's see what the card is challenging that. It's the Trump card again. The King of Pentacles. So eventually, it might be feeling like maybe in some way, the voters, at least those who voted for Trump, might be feeling betrayed and feel gaslighted about the reality of everything. Like they've been like tricked and fooled. Almost like they've been puppeteered in some way, like by a big mastermind. I feel like there's a lot of reading, a lot of things going on. So I guess I'll read this multiple times because I feel like there's a couple interpretations here, and each one has its own meaning. So we're going to kind of go through this. Now, it says card number 3. Are there any other ways you can show love? Yeah, are there any other ways you can show love? We have the Queen of Cups here. Going back to the root of the issue. This is the Harris card here. But it's telling here joy, calmness, peace. You know, walking away from those negative energies. Walking away from the hate that you have. The hate that you've been spilling out for years. They're telling you the way that we can show love is just by rolling those issues back, rolling them back. Nobody's going to be fighting over somebody how they go in the bathroom. Yeah, I agree that, we shouldn't have pedophiles in the bathroom. That's entirely true. But there are just normal people out there who did do the swish and whatnot. And, if it's a big concern, it's a very simple solution. One person bathroom. That's a simple solution. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out. If you don't feel comfortable going to a man or female bathroom, but you want something to be done about it, then just make a trans bathroom. That's one person. It's a very simple solution. Like there's no reason to attack. Like you're blowing this up bigger than it has to be. You're being dramatic. That is why this card is showing up here. Now I don't know why you went on that rant. That's not my personal opinion. Well, it is my personal opinion because theoretically, I agree with that. I agree with what was just said. Because I'm not going to say, oh, I think that pedophiles should be in the bathroom. No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't want you to think that. Don't think that, no. But I'm just saying that I don't understand why that came in as the reason in here. But maybe there is a significant, maybe it's talking about the political drama of it all. Maybe it might be talking about how in some way we're focusing on issues that we shouldn't be focusing on when there's a simple solution to those issues. Oh, it bothers you? That's completely fine. We're going to find a way to respect you. but we're also going to move forward. And we're going to find that solution that not only makes other people feel comfortable, but also the people who are subjected as victims to feel comfortable as well. So how can you show love, respect, and be mindful that people who aren't like you can be respected as well? Giving them another bathroom to work in, it not only solves all the issues, but it also makes them feel comfortable as well because they don't feel unburdened or burdened on them, that they are unable to be themselves. Now, this isn't a reading for those specific drama or anything regarding that, but it's talking about on a deeper notion, a deeper level that they're talking and they're playing into the petty politics of it all. They're playing into social politics that doesn't benefit anybody, and they're not coming up with an actual real life solution. That is what the Queen of Cups did. If you have a serious problem, make a solution that works for everybody. That's what the card is saying. So how can they show love? Finding a solution that works for everyone. Simple and explanatory. Now, number 4, can you accept this situation if it doesn't improve? The Devil card. It's reversed here, but telling me yes, you can accept the situation if it improves. And what you're talking about a Trump presidency, right? You're talking about the Trump presidency. Can you accept the results under the Trump presidency? It doesn't look like it's likely because, again, it is not going to be a change that it's going to be happening with a love issue. Again, we're going to be talking about how they're going to find issues to work on. They're going to gaslight people into believing a false narrative. That's the whole agenda here. But they actually have real life solution that could be solution for not only for the people who are fallen victim to these false accusations, but for those who are felt uncomfortable as well and by them. There's a simple solution for it, and it's not being adopted by the incoming administration. Now, number 5 here. What strategy can you adopt to open communicate? The presidency. Again, using the presidency as a formal tool to spell out any sort of hate or anything in particular. So we're asking about what is the path for the United States in general. It's talking about how in order for you to be able to get to where you need to be in the United States, and what strategy can you adopt using the presidency as a megaphone to say what is and isn't acceptable. Character matters. This is no different here. Trump's character over the next 2 years from 2025 to 2026 is going to be essential and crucial. Based on the cards, I don't have a lot of faith in him and his ability to do the right thing in terms of character, moral character. We will see, but if he does take up that throne and does take up that ability to do the right thing, which is going to be very strange and we probably should be suspicious if he does the right thing, but the megaphone will be from the presidency. Now, the side effect of this being the same thing is that if, let's say he doesn't learn, the presidency will be the megaphone for the entire country. Everything that I stated is the massive megaphone. The presidency is the megaphone here. It is and it always will be the megaphone in the next 2 years. Right? This is the path of the United States. Now we're going to read a new interpretation here. I said there were a couple interpretations. I'm here in the economy, so let's read on the economy. What is going to be taking place in the U.S. economy over the next 2 years? We have the 9 of Swords reversed. It's telling me here that Americans are living comfortably, at least they think they are. Again, that false illusionment, right? I do feel like that false illusion is still here, the narrative here. Oh, the economy is doing good, the economy is doing good, and it's being amplified by legacy media. Under here, though, on the second card here, we have the unresolved problems in childhood. This is incumbency, the ability for people to feel like they're incumbent. The inability for Americans to feel as if the presidency is working for them and putting money in their pocket. They feel like they're being robbed and they're constantly switching between parties continuously. The King of Pentacles, the challenge to this, which is the economy card, was telling me that as long as the economy is in this mess and people believe that they are getting by with the legacy media even though when they're really not, and they see the grocery prices going up, some people will acknowledge that these are the big problem. It doesn't matter who you elect because they themselves will not fix the problem. Whereas there is a certain group who does not want to acknowledge that there is a problem and it wasn't just a Biden issue, but rather a country nationwide issue. And this stemmed more to corporations. right? The lack of regulation on it. So the King of Swords means that people will actually suffer under the next 2 years in the economy aspect, and it's being challenged by the Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, was it the corporation? Was it the challenge with the corporate greed? You see here, this person is not really well clothed. Where you see this individual is green. A lot of green means a lot of money, right? And this person's holding the Pentacle. It tells me they are corporate, a corporate world. Number 3, are there any other ways that they could be able to show love to the American people in terms of the economy? What are some ways that they can fix this? Well, capping it. Capping the amount of money that an individual can make. Capping the amount of money a corporation can make. Maybe capping the prices. Stopping those prices from going up, regulating certain things, high regulation, financial, getting rid of the laissez-faire doctrine that has been leading the United States over the last 250 years, well, 248 years, theoretically. But the laissez-faire is the ability for the government not to intervene in economic affairs, is saying here that the way that you can show love to the American people is by capping it, right? By reducing or restricting its ability to go up higher. Number 4, can you accept this situation if it doesn't improve? This is the devil card here. The devil card is it can improve if they choose to improve it, but it's going to take years or decades of work. This is not something that's going to happen. So can you accept it if it improves? No. Because the issue will still remain. The issue is it's going to be a band-aid. It's not actually going to be fixed for you, the people. We have here number 5 here. What strategy can you adopt for open communication? Using the presidency and the presidential power to have an equal transfer of money. Right? Because you see here what's going on here. What is the presidency doing right now? The president is taking the money out of a big pond of water and is pouring it back into the pond while simultaneously taking the same water with a slower content of flow, going back onto this land and rolling back into the lake, which means it's a continuation of everything. So what does the presidency need to do in terms of adopting open communication? They need to find a way where, okay, if we get the money to the people, we need to find a way to increase the flow of money, but also prevent it from going back into the pool again where the greedy has all the money. That's what it's saying. That's why you see more land than you see water. Because all the water is here, it's not here. That's the president. That's the card there. Alright? And is there any other readings that we need to read for this? They're telling me to read this for the midterms as well. So I guess this is taking place also around the midterms. So we'll take a look at the midterms, then we'll dive into President Vance and President Harris and what that might entail there as well. Interesting. We're doing multiple readings. I did not expect to be doing this right now. Alright, so we have the 9 of Swords reversed. It says here, is the relationship strong between you or other underlying trust issue? We have the people with the House of Representatives. What did this card mean, Spirit means, for the House of Representatives regarding the 2026 midterms? They're telling me that people feel burdened by the House. They're telling me they're unable and unable to get things done. They feel burdened by the House because of their inability to get legislation passed or do anything. It's almost like a body of government that just can't do anything. It's completely useless in its own way. What is the number 2 card, which is the reverse King of Swords, which is all the mental? Are there any unresolved problems? Okay, they're telling me that whoever is speaker around this time just keep getting pushed out. So I feel like Johnson could be leaving within the next 2 years of his speakership prior to the midterms. And I feel like there's instability with the leadership. If just say the GOP hold on to the House of Representatives, there's instability within that leadership. A lack of instability, if even. It feels like they keep getting pushed out. There's threats to make the seat vacant again. So that's what the King of Swords is telling me, and that's why it's reversed. So there's instability in the House in terms of leadership. Number 3, are there any other ways you can show love? So love is a Democrat victory, capping the ability of the Republicans. It almost feels like, in a way, this Democrat here took the cup and was able to put the Republicans in the cup and close it. That's what it's saying here. The Queen of Cups here closing the lid, stopping them from expanding, stopping the foam from overflowing from the cup. You pour soda in, you hit a certain limit, but the foam just keeps growing and growing and growing. It's saying put the lid on it and stop the foam from growing. It's saying here, what can you show love is voting for the opposition of the person in power now, or the party in power. Number 4, can you accept this situation if it doesn't improve? No, because it says here, even if the Democrats are here, it's saying that there will still be some sort of side effects here, and that because of the inability of the House to be an effective governmental body over the past 4 years already, it's going to create a situation where, the legislation the House is so far behind that the Democrats can't make up the loss in 2 years. Given 2 years. It needs more than 2 years to make up the loss. That is why there's a significance. So no, you should not accept it. Number 5, what strategy can you adopt for open communication? There needs to be a form of resistance within the House to stop certain legislation from going through, and to be a megaphone for the people. Be the megaphone for the people. So that is what I got for 102 regarding the United States path, the economy, and the 2026 midterm. None of which I expected to cover in today's video, but somehow they eased their way in. So now we are going to discuss the big questions now about J.D. Vance and Harris and what their presidencies are going to look like, or what their pathway forward to the presidency. We obviously know Harris is definitely going to become president sometime in the future. J.D. Vance, you know. Okay. Let me actually make sure this is actually recorded. It is, okay. Clear the cards of any negative energy. The cards are cleared. Alright, perfect. Alright, so Spirit Angels telling me we're talking about J.D. Vance right now for him becoming the next president of the United States, or when he does become president of the United States, what's the path or what's the outcome that would most likely lead him now towards the presidency if he was to become the next president, or what to become president under a Trump administration. What would be the pathway forward for J.D. Vance to become president? So tell me 192. Mm-hmm. 192. Okay. Okay, 192. Should you trade your product or service locally or online? Interesting. The word trade is here. So this is the spread that we're going to be using. So you can kind of see the layout here. If you want to do it yourself at home, take a screenshot. Alright, so Spirit Angels tell me. Let's go and take a look. Well, tell me to use different decks. Can I use this? This one? You want me to use this one? You don't want me to use it? Okay, just tell me to use this one. Clear the cards out of any negative energies, and please allow it to answer any questions regarding J.D. Vance and his pathway forward to the presidency. Is the cards cleared? Okay, they're cleared. Spirit Angels tell me, for the first card, should you trade your products or services locally or online regarding J.D. Vance's pathway to the presidency? What is J.D. Vance's likeliest path forward to the presidency if, just say, he were to become president under Trump? And the key word here is under Trump. That could change, just so you know, because the key word is under Trump. So tell me to take the first card. Okay? Give me card number 2 for J.D. Vance. Okay, I guess these two cards come out together. Number 3. Gonna be a very confusing spread. Oh, I see. It goes like this. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. The hopscotch. Okay, number 4. Can it go here? So tell me this is number 5. Okay, what's the card for number 4 though for J.D. Vance? What's the card that represents J.D. Vance card? Number 4. What card is number 4? We have the World's card, reverse. Okay. What card number 6 for J.D. Vance? Okay. Ooh, number 6 again. Okay. Number 7. What's the card that represents for J.D. Vance for becoming the next president of the United States, or what his likeliest path forward to the presidency under President Donald Trump administration? And number 8. Number 8, the last card for this question here. Should you trade your products or services locally or online? You have your caution. Yeah, none of the other cards flip for him. Caution for the end of the card here. That's interesting. Okay, or he's telling you to slow down. We'll see. Okay, so let's go and take a look. So the reason why this is interesting, because it says here, should you trade your products or services locally or online? Well, talking about J.D. Vance and him becoming the next president of the United States. Why is this significant? Well, talked about why should you trade your products or services online, locally, online. It's talking about the presidency. Him trading something for something else. There's a trade here. That's why it comes up at a specific spread. We'll see why. Okay, so let's take a look at J.D. Vance. Card number 1. Should you find or develop the right premise locally? Locally. We have female reverse. This is the male. The male card, the masculine. So right now he is going into his masculine energies here. The masculine, the darker side, the tougher, the energy of less empathetic, right? That is card number 1. Card number 2, is there any sufficient local trade to support you, or should you aim wider? Will there be any support for him? Honestly, his support will kind of dwindle a bit. It will dwindle because there's going to be an escape that he's going to have to do, but it's going to be within his masculine and feminine. Because it's interesting because the first card that comes up here is, should you find excuse me, oh my god, I apologize guys. Sometimes I do stutter because my mouth speaks faster than my brain. So should you find or develop the right premise locally? This is reversed. It comes in at masculine, right? Which means that he is imbalanced, that he is focusing more energy on one, focusing more on the masculine than the feminine, therefore it creates an imbalance. Here it's saying here, number 2, is there any sufficient local trade to support you, or should you aim wider? It's talking about local support, or people supporting him within for the White House, or for the presidency. It doesn't escape here at a feminine masculine. He might actually either have the support, or people don't actually support him, and they use him as an effort or a means to basically get rid of the presidency or some way. They're to get rid of him as president, or they don't want to support him, or get rid of the Trumpism, because he is the embodiment of Trumpism. And they use him as a means to dissuade themselves. They say, oh, well, we didn't really want him because we didn't like him. But we actually didn't really want him because we don't support Trumpism, but we can't say that because it's going to hurt us. So we want to find another means, the lack of support. People leaving him. I don't know if he has enough support during this time. We have number 3 here. Should you travel to different venues or locations with your goods or services? So basically, should he campaign? Or should he rally? And it says here, yeah, he should. He should. But, you know, something is definitely hidden. So there is some sort of hidden motive here, hidden energy regarding the Tower card reverse and the Moon card, which means there's something hidden that will be revealed. It will be casting a shadow or a shout, casting a shadow of doubt on him. I really botched those words. Okay, so that's number 3. Now, number 4, we have the World's card reversed. How should you achieve maximum publicity for the least cost? Being basically not like pissing off the world or pissing off people, is saying here that the World card being reversed is a key indicator that in order for him to become president, he needs to basically be hidden. He needs to kind of do and hide in the basement and not get publicity. Because the more he gets publicity, the more he dislikes, the more he's not liked. So this could talk about 2 things. It's talking about his pathway to the presidency. It does say he would take over for Trump. Whether that means he is running in 2028 or whether he is taking over to Trump for the presidency. 2 outcomes here, right? That's why the World card is reversed here. The World is reversed. Number 5, we have communication. Should or how should you incorporate internet sales outlets into your business. How can you incorporate them? Well, it's saying here that social media. How can you incorporate them into your messaging? Social media, using misinformation if you need to get ahead. Even if the facts don't agree with you, you can make the facts agree with you by making fake information. Okay, number 6. Should you focus almost entirely on offering, should you focus almost entirely on offering online sales and services? So should you only focus on campaigning online only? It says here there is some way because it's telling me here that a lot of people will be graduating or moving on from the internet by this point. There's going to be some form of new technology that comes out where people leave social media and there's a new form of information that will take place. Number 7. Would it be more effective to combine both methods equally? Both campaigning and information. We have here, yeah. Because there's a lack of nothing, this means that there's something here. There's something that's on its way. So if you combine both, he could become president, but he's almost like it feels like he's relying on the people to get him to the presidency, propel him to the presidency. But it just feels like he doesn't have the support, is what it feels like. There's a lack of support for J.D. Vance presidency. Number 8, should you franchise or offer your goods or services through other stores or website? Caution. The color yellow is just like the solar plexus energy, right? The stomach, the gut-wrenching energy feels like his presidency and the way people view him will be the feeling, the energy of how people view the gut, how they view the solar plexus. Like they feel like there's a lack of shininess in him. So let's go and take a look, because there is a balance card here, and that actually might help me because I forgot what the chakras mean. Not gonna lie. But there is no presidency card here. There's nothing here that indicates that he will become president in some way, at least by running for election. But he could become president under a Trump administration, but there's no key indicator that's telling me here that he will become the next president of the United States. There's nothing here that talks about that. We have here color yellow. It's solar plexus means I do. So should you franchise or offer your goods or services through other stores or websites? It means I do. What's tells me he's gonna try to do major outreach. It's not gonna work. He has a lack of support. Like almost like he interacts with like those big bros, those fraternity bros. But there's more to people than just fraternities. He gives off that snobby vibe, that guy who thinks that he gets it all. He's good looking, he's a football player, he's in college, and that he thinks he's going to get it all. The energy is life doesn't always help those people who believe that they're going to get it all. He himself believes he's going to get it all. The thing is, they're saying he has to work his butt off to get there. But it's saying here that if he was to become president, it wouldn't be through an electoral process. So I don't think he's going to be elected president. I think he can become president, but he cannot be elected president because it doesn't look like the energy or support is here for him. So that is what I see for J.D. Vance in terms of whether or not he's going to be president and what the future is going to look like, what's his likeliest path. That is his likeliest path, is to become president by not being elected president. That's really his only pathway forward that I see. All right, so we are now going to take a look at Vice President Harris and see will she become President Harris and what her likeliest path will look like. I hope in this video is not too long, because the last thing I want is this video to be too long for you guys. Alright, so yeah, it's only 3 minutes. We're good. We're good. Golden. Alright, so close the book again. Cleanse the book. Cleanse my energy. Cleanse my spirit guides. Cleanse my viewers. Are we cleansed? Yes. Okay. Okay. Cleanse my tarot card decks of any energy relating to J.D. Vance. Cleanse them. They're cleansed. Now I want you to be able to allow me to read with Vice President Harris on them. Will she become the next president? Or, well, what's her likeliest path towards the presidency for Harris? What is Harris' likeliest path, likeliest outcome to become president one day? Thank you. Clear? cleared. Alright. Spirit angels tell me about Vice President Harris, what is her likeliest path forward to the presidency? Her likeliest outcome of all the outcomes that's possible, what is her likeliest pathway to the presidency? And can you explain that in a storyline? They told me to go to 231. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we said here, 231 means to obtain fame and fortune through the internet. The purpose of this specific spread is to, when you have started to get hits with your online presence, which means that she's going to get more notoriety. When? A Wednesday for technological success. Well, it's a Wednesday somewhere in Australia, so I'm sure we'll be okay. So just in case you want to read them on your own time, let me just flatten it out for you in case you want to read them, or you want to do it for yourself. Just screenshot it. Alright, so we're going to use this for Harris. What deck best represents her? The time we used America Eclipse. So we're going to use this card for Harris and her pathway towards the presidency. Oh, look at this. 232. Look at this. Guess what's right next to it? You want to become a successful politician or even president. Okay? I'm going to have to do that for myself because I think I'm about running for Congress. Okay, anyway. I've been thinking about it. The cards have always indicated no, but they told me I was supposed to be a flight attendant. Look how that turned out. So I'm considering other pathways or careers. So if you do pendulums or tarot card reading, you let me know what you think in the comment section below, what you get. I'm really curious to see if maybe I should or shouldn't. You know, just a thought. Alright, anyway, let's just continue. This is for Harris. Please allow me to use the tarot deck for Harris. Please allow me to use the tarot deck for Harris. Clench. Okay. Spirit Angel Tommy, give me the first card for Harris. For number 231, to obtain fame and fortune through the internet. What is her likeliest path to become the next president of the United States or to become president of the United States? Excuse me. Don't I totally disregard the word next, but what is Harris' likeliest path to becoming president of the United States? Give me her likeliest outcome. Out of all the outcomes, give me her likeliest one. Give me the card number 1. For fame and fortune through the internet, that is the type of spread that we're using right now. Okay, we got card number 1, Goldman Sachs. Okay, card number 2. Okay, is this together or separate? So tell me separate. Okay, so card 1, card 2, card 3. Give me a card 4. They're telling me actually to combine these two together. Okay, so then we need card number 3 then for Harris. Card 3, card 4. What's her likeliest path to becoming the president of the United States at some point in time? Give me her likeliest outcome. Number 4. Give me number 5. Thank you. Gotta move this over here. Give me number 6. Oh, okay, there's a lot. This is the clarifier for that card. And give me card number 7. Thank you. It's my outcome card. Okay. What's the bottom of the deck? We have here a 6 of Swords reverse. Okay, so this is talking about what is the likeliest path for Harris to become president. Not will she become the next president, but we're asking what is her likeliest path to the presidency in any given time during her lifetime. Okay, so card number 1, do you have a brilliant idea for major podcast or online radio station or new social media form? We have here Queen of Coins sideways. This is the challenge to this. the podium, recognition, name recognition. She needs better name recognition. That's the first issue that she's having. In terms of trying to become president, she needs better name recognition. She needs to get out there and make her name a household name. Number 2, do you need extra expertise, and if so, where can you find it? We have employment services, which is the 2 coins here, and we have water reverse, oil. She basically needs to essentially have more governmental experience before she can run for president. She needs more governmental experience. That's what it's telling me here. It's the water card here, which is not more the emotional aspect and more that governmental. So it's telling me here that she needs a little bit more governmental experience before she become president. What I think she has under her belt, but also think about the speed and what she was able to achieve those. In some way, the emotion will be taken away if she's in politics a lot longer. Again, making that name recognition. But then once she has the name recognition, people know her. By having more governmental experience, you're also able to have a broader support base, which would be exactly what Harris needs to propel herself to the presidency. Okay, number 3, do you need a sponsor, or are you able or willing to get it alone? Does she need help, or was she able to do it herself? We have the air card. She could do it herself if she wanted to, but more help can't hurt her. Right, it can lift her up higher. We have here number 4, the 4th card. What competition or negativity will you face? What kind of negativity will Harris face on her pathway to the presidency in some form? We have Virgo, which is 37, which is 7, 8, 9, 10, which is number 1. A cycle, renew cycle, starting back at square 1 again. And we have Temperance, number 5 here. So 15, which makes the number 6. So we have 1 and 5, make 1 and 5 together, you make a 6. So it's telling me here that there's a temperance here, which means the devil is not always on her side. So what are the negativity or challenges that will be facing her is money. Money will be spilled against her, so she couldn't become president. And the Virgo is, the negativity is being a woman. Well, she cannot control. So that is the negativity surrounding her, is how to circumvent this negative male energy here. Because we have being a woman, then we have this male who's making sure that a woman cannot be president, which is why the angel is being tied up, and you can tell that it's a female in this aspect. Right, restriction of the women, right, restricting the women and her power and her ability to be able to be free. Number 5, can you link different online ventures to raise your profile? Again, we talked about profile again. Number 2, the 2 of Wands here, learning about her, learning her history. The problem is that she is, for Harris, is that people created her own timeline. They created her story for her. They didn't let her speak. She didn't get on and speak about her life. She spoke about her mom and her living a middle class life. But all her other stories were created, and the narrative was spun against her because people are like, well, people don't know who Harris is. You can talk about your middle class life all you want. But if you don't go out there and you don't actually start talking about your actual path and who you are as the individual, people will make the story up for you. And it's going to be the one that's heard. It's not always going to be favorable for you. That is the learning lesson for Harris. So Harris needs to be able to talk about more about her life and be more openly communicative to the people and be able to be openly vulnerable. Number 6, what is your greatest strength or asset? What is Harris' greatest strength to become president? We have the 7 of coins, right? Working hard, her efficiency to work hard, and she's working on tips. She may be somebody who doesn't get disillusioned by the inability to be able to get by fast sometimes. Like, she has to work hard for what she has to be, right? That is what they're telling me here. It also tells me the 6 of Cups is that she's going to struggle quite a bit in certain times, in certain aspects. And the 6 of Cups here is telling me that there will be some challenging times, and it's how she gets through those challenging times that become a sense of confidence. But it's telling me here adversity, overcoming the adversity and becoming stronger from the opposition. So it's telling me how does she handle challenging times, and that will be the one that propels her to the presidency because of how she handles certain situations with an ease and a sense of calmness and a sense of tranquility. It's being aided by the Ace of Cups. Again, like I said, It's cooking. Something cooking. She'll get there eventually, but it's cooking. Like we have the two bullhorns, we have the Taurus cards in the background, and we have the food being cooked, and you have the sky in blue. So what does it tell me here? It's telling me her strength is cooking, slow pace, right? You can't cook food like instant, it's not a microwave. It takes a little bit of time to cook, but when the food is ready, it will smell good. You will know when it's there, when it's your time, because you'll smell it, essentially. Number 7, do you anticipate overnight impact or gradual growth? What so basically saying is there going to be any sort of instant support for Harris, or does she have to grow that support over time? She has to grow it. This is the support system that she had to build. This is a building the foundation from the bottom up. This is Jimmy Carter card. It's telling here that in order for her to become president and be elected president, she needs to build the foundation. So it's talking about some of the failures that she experienced in 2024 and building upon them and fixing some of these issues to become president. I do think that she is on the pathway towards that because she already mentioned that she plans to run for California governor, which ticks some of these boxes already, more governmental experience, handling situations that are tough and strong, and be able to build a foundation support, getting more of that name recognition, and also trying to make sure that people don't spin your own path and own story life in a way that negatively impacts you. And then we have here the women, being a woman and men trying to fight against the woman and possibly being in power, right? Fighting against all odds. So that is what I'm getting for Harris. I do think that she will become president. I feel like she's more likely to become president than J.D. Vance based on the way the cards are going. But I don't see the presidency anywhere in the cards here. We'll see at the top of the deck. We have the moon card. The moon card is reversed. This is the inauguration card that came up for me quite a while ago, talking about the moon. It's reversed, and the reason why it's reversed is telling me here not quite yet. So it's telling me she still has some work to do. I have a feeling now that she's heading on a new path where in order for her to become president, she has to be elected president, what it feels like. It feels like the energy has shifted to the point where she now needs to run again if she wants to become president. A big change from where we have been staying and what we have been staying for quite a while. Well, this could be indicating there could be an election mashup between J.D. Vance versus Vice President Harris, and we could definitely see Harris winning over the J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance was more of his supporters leaving him and him going up against a woman. So it tells me that she could be the one going up against J.D. Vance in 2028. We'll see. Again, the cards are subjective for your own interpretations. Just because I say that, in today's reading, like I don't see, her becoming president anytime soon. Doesn't necessarily mean that, but it might just mean that, in terms of the political nation of all things, anything that can and will be, she'll probably most likely follow the path of just waiting 4 years and running again, rather than just, rather than just assuming the office of the presidency. Even if it was stolen, it would actually propel her to the presidency in the next election. So there's that as well, and that could be the that negatively affect J.D. Vance's as well. So we'll see what happens. Again, she could become president anytime before this because early in today's video, we talked about the first 2 years at the time slot. So she could do this all in 2 years. We don't really know because the United States is going through massive changes, which means the old way of doing things are out the door and new ways of doing things are in. So we'll see what happens. But you guys let me know in the comment section below what you do think. I love you. I support you. And thank you for supporting me and us and what we do here on the channel. I'm severely grateful for all your love and support. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Until then, peace out.